It's 4 o'clock, so sunset is in about 8 minutes. So I really do have to stop now, but I was in the middle of something, which is this. And when I started this morning, I would have said I was 85% sure those were all strawberries. But I found so many of them that I'm now down to about 50%. They're probably strawberries. I've had strawberries in the garden my whole life, so while I'm not an expert on any kind of vegetable gardening, I really ought to be able to recognise a strawberry, so I'm hoping that I have done so. I wasn't planning on doing the strawberry patch today at all. As you may have noticed, it's not in the trench after all. It's in this triangular bit. Wasn't going to do it. I was going to weed the big mound up here. This is this, which is very, very raised, but will settle a lot as I throw the soil into the trench on the other side. Because this corner, the rules of the Allotment Association say that any shed you have has to be in the southwest corner of your plot, which casts the maximum amount of shade on your plot, but the minimum of shade on anyone else's plot, so it's good neighbours, really. But I can't put anything on it when it's this lumpy. There's an unclaimed sort of storage bench plastic box thing in the container that was left by a previous tenant, not necessarily of this plot, which I can use, but I have to get this ground flat before I can put it here. So I want to prioritise this and stop having to keep all my tools in the container, and then I can put seeds in it as well and have somewhere to put my stuff when I come up to the allotment that isn't someone else's pile of pallets, because at some point someone else's pile of pallets is likely to go away and I don't want to put all my stuff on the ground. So I need to get this flat. But I had done about 10 minutes work on it, working around the side, and then I found about half a dozen strawberry plants, which I didn't want to just destroy, so priorities changed. The onions are sprouting a little. There's not really anything to show you have to look quite close to see them. But the onions, at least some of them, are alive. The strawberry patch is this triangular bit next to the slice of cake. Slice of cake, triangular strawberry patch. I'm not good at straight lines, but neither were the previous tenants of this allotment. Hopefully some of those fairly roughly transplanted strawberries will thrive. And I'll plant some more, possibly just some strawberry seed in the remaining bit of the strawberry patch. Nothing else is in yet, but I have bought a lot of seeds. So I've got, what have I got? I've got a value pack of 4 mixed kinds of broccoli with different growing seasons. But I felt 4 kinds of broccoli was enough, so I haven't got cauliflowers or Romanesco. Romanesco is the amazingly, obviously fractal one. It's beautiful, but I have enough broccoli with 4 kinds of broccoli with different flowering seasons. There's spinach, there's sugar snap peas, and French beans, because I'm not much of a fan of bigger beans that you have to actually depod. I like them small and tender. So sugar snap, and some sweet peas, which you can't eat, but which will be very good for encouraging bees, and will be pretty and smell nice. So I'll have a row of sweet peas in there. There's onions are in the ground. I haven't got any garlic yet. I should do garlic. There's parsnips, but no carrots, as previously discussed. And I don't have any seed potatoes yet, which I should get on. And no herbs, but I will probably buy the herbs as plants rather than as seed, because you get herb quicker that way. There will definitely need to be a whole row of culinary herbs, because I know what I like. Broccoli, squashes. There's butternut squash and pumpkins called Indomitable, which are black pumpkins with orange flesh, called Indomitable, which was just too much fun to not do. So I have 2 kinds of squash. Got some strawberries. I bought 4 strawberry plants with different fruiting seasons while I was there, which will go in the ground later in the year when it's all a bit friendlier. I'm going to keep them indoors for now, partly because I'm hoping that with it being warmer in my flat than outdoors, I can persuade them to set runners and thereby multiply my number of strawberry plants before I transplant them. It's really frustrating me that I can only get up here on a Sunday afternoon.